Welcome back. I've been seeing recently, should say this morning, the monthly post of Survival Lily on YouTube. And she's been talking about many things which touch us every day. High taxes, lousy public services, health waiting lists, and so on. What's it due to? It's due to the status quo, which we pay taxes to. They just squander our money. They're always in deficit. They say we've got a pro capita debits on each citizen. I think in Austria is around about 40,000 euro, roughly. It's not the debit which we created. They created our thin air debits and touches us, the middle class people, to pay. You think these people, the big corporations, the powers that be, and so on, they pay taxes. When it comes to their corporations, there's nearly zero taxes. And they're asking for state incentives and government aid regarding electric cars, the big manufacturers of motor vehicles. And afterwards, through our taxes, they want us to buy these cars they didn't sell, and the manufacturers wanted the government to make it mandatory for people to buy them. You know, we don't live not yet in a communist state or a Soviet era state, which you're obliged to purchase a thing. It still exists what they call a free market. And whoever, produces a better quality product a lot more cheaper, obviously, they're going to have more customers to buy it. But you can't just create a market, impose your rules and regulations, and say you are obliged to buy this because there's nothing else on the market. And therefore, the prices, the price rig. And regarding health insurance and private pensions, which the banks and insurance companies run, is one of the most biggest scams exists, as well as car insurance as well. We're obliged to have it because without it, you can't go on the public roads. Without that type of insurance, you won't have a health cover. Whatever happened to the health service, which we chip in very, very dearly in through taxes, income tax and other things as well. Waiting lists for a simple exam. We don't live in a third world country. It goes to show slowly the system is decaying. It's falling to pieces. And one day we'll just arrive to a collapse and end the story. And they're thinking, the private sector will save the day. It will be all private, even the health service. Like in America. If you haven't got health insurance, at the entry of the casualty, they say, no, they send you home. That will be probably the future, unless they don't destroy the middle class people for first. And it's insane if you think about it. But one day, like all machines, it will break down. And it probably has to break down in the past, but their tentatives to repair it is not exactly, they've done a good job. It's a temporary, patch there, and so on. And as when it comes, it really, the whole house of cards will come down. They know, we don't know. Unless you're a little bit of expert over these things and you attentively study these situations and these events, because all things will come to an end.